come back there. There we are. Bring you open, close you. There, gotta get that muted so we don't have any loops going on. How's everybody doing this morning? It's, I don't know, 10:09 on the East Coast. Saturday, I'm on call this weekend. I had to go take care of a work order last night. Nothing hard, but had to be done. So I did my little mail call box opening, if you will, yesterday. I got a few items, so I figure I'm going to spend a little time and add those. And the first thing I'm going to do is put the brass rings in the front wheels here. I'd like to get that taken care of. So let me dig through here, and there we are. I think that's the one I need. Obviously got the mat. Oop, nope, that's not the one I need. That one is the one I need. So we'll get these tore apart, put the rings in. Wow, really? Oh, these are, I know the problem. So let me see. Wrong driver. Okay. That one. Now squeeze this back down. She's a little too cockeyed over here. There we go. That's better. Still a little tight, but it'll be better. You gotta remember not to do that. Always take out your last couple screws separate of each other so you're not putting too much pressure on. All right. Okay. Take this one. Peel you out. Take those two out. Okay, open our brass. Come on now. Alrighty then. She's a whopping 56 degrees out there today. She's a little nippy. A little nippy. Oop. Okay. 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 We're pretty close. All right. Now, yes, I'm going crazy on the scale hardware on this thing. Gonna be stupid with it. Hey, Mir, how you doing? I don't know if it's gonna be awesome, but it's definitely gonna be overkill on the scale hardware. Right. Nice and snug. Now, looks like Monday the rear rings will be in, the aluminum rings for the rear, so I won't be doing the rear wheels until then. But yeah, I'm gonna go ape shit with the scare hardware. We may as well. It's only pennies. Hope you're doing all right this morning. I ain't feeling too bad. It's about 53 degrees out. A little chilly this morning. Let's see, what do we got going on? There we go. There, it's a little bit better. Down there a little bit farther. It's got a shit on it yet. I have to take care of that. The bolt flange got a little whacked. Wrong one. I have to put a file on it. Basically just gotta grab this little part here and pop it off. I think it didn't get quite I don't know if you can see it too well here. Maybe we'll see. Let's see if I can get it up here. Get it in some light here. Yeah, hard to see on that. Doesn't quite want to show, and it won't. No, kind of, but not really. But the head's messed up. Not really the head, the flange. It's gonna need to be filed. Or ground. So we'll do a little grinding. Better, a little bit more off the spot here. Let me take a peek, see if I can get a better look there. That should work. I should be able to get that to screw down in. Yeah, the flange on the bolt had a big old booger hanging off it, and it wouldn't spin in the, because the booger part was hitting. There we go. Rocking on. You go back over here. So there's a set of front wheels, good to go. I'll save those for the back. You are trash. So cool. Did them right. Because my orientation and direction's all good. So I'm going to put those back here with the rears. And these in the rears, because that's that. So let me see where I can go next. Don't need that, don't need those. That. These are the old knuckles from the optic. The rear axle. Other knuckles. Okay. Okay, all that stuff has to be dealt with. The cage is mostly put back together. So there ain't much in that box anymore. And of course I didn't get my locked up RC order yet. I'm still waiting. Let me go ahead and take a quick peek and see when that's going to come in. I looked yesterday, just kind of see where it's at. Take a look and see where it's at. If it tells me. It's still showing in Texas. Let's see. Yeah, from Austin. It left Austin, Texas. Looks like maybe Thursday night at midnight. Essentially right away Friday morning. Let's take a pop. Gotta look on the upsite. Or USPS is saying Monday. Yeah, still on September. It arrived in Austin at 11:41 on the 4th. So I ordered this on the 1st, and it didn't get out of there. They had it processed and ready to ship out the next day, but it sat there till Thursday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It finally left Thursday at 11:41 a.m. God, if I could have got out Tuesday. You know, seems like it would be here by now, and supposed to wait in 3 days. And kind of sucks that company gets something packaged and then mail doesn't pick up the stuff or whatever, doesn't get dropped off at the mailbox, or they don't pick it up or what have you. Makes it kind of a drag for 3 days. All right, so it looks like it's gonna be Monday. It left Austin yesterday. It says in transit, moving to the next facility, but on their page it said it left Austin at noon. They picked it up on the 3rd. So it took UPS 3 days to move it a couple miles inside from Cedar Park to Austin and get it out. Of course, that's in a big area, a lot of people. But still, Detroit doesn't take 3 days. Yeah, at any rate. So I didn't get in my locked up RC. Point of the moral of the story. So I don't have my scale bolts to do the rest of the build that I wanted to do. Or that I was hoping to get to this weekend. I'm really hoping they'd be here today. But nope, it's going to be Monday. Which kind of sucks. Because that's got most of the build parts I need for the cage. So I really wanted to do that this weekend. Goes in there, but it is what it is, and I can't change it. So there's only one other thing I can really do with the Origin this weekend. Essentially, And that would be pull the tranny. I'm still waiting for the rebuild shock O-rings. Got a hold of customer support and they sent out a set of shock O-rings because these shocks are leaking and they're the ones I'm putting on my unit here. I know, well, I can't say I know. It's possible the original red shocks do have from the origin, have the upgraded items. Obviously, it wasn't something they just picked up 1 minute and was shipping out the next day. They've been working with them for a while. So it's possible the origin shocks do have the upgraded shock rings to help prevent leaking. These ones not so much. I had one of the 4 on the Optic, which has been just sitting around. I haven't been riding it too much. I've been busy. It was already leaking a little bit, so I took it and capped it off, put it back together. But when those shock setups get here, I'll be redoing those as well. But what I can do is I want to paint the housing here. Take this apart, repaint the housing. So first thing I need to do is we'll pop these bolts out. Here. Over here where it's a little bit easier to drop my bolts into. I guess this isn't a real big driver anyways. These 2 out. I'll get that 3rd one here in a second. For that, I'm going to need this. Which is alright that I only got so much to do to work on this weekend. I do have a few other things I should take care of outside and get done. One being I gotta find a small hole in my roof. I got a little leak, but only when it rains extremely hard. I don't like that. I gotta find that. Throw some tar on it. Next year I'm putting a metal roof on. I was going to do it this year, but I'm going to wait, get a few other things paid down before I go ahead and do that. You right here. So I don't like the way you were slipping a lot. Nice thing, I should be able to take this one out, loosen the other one, and just spin this thing. Get it up out my way. what I'm going to end up doing here. Instead of using these RC four-wheel drive bolts, because even with the locked up, I can only get 16 millimeter. Couldn't find 14s, so I'm gonna have to take some of my 16s and trim them off. So I have the right length. Of course, that's only plastic, but I don't want them to come out the bottom. So I gotta trim them off, put them in. Actually, that's what I do have in these spots, so I could probably make it work. Just put 16s in there instead. Oh, excuse me. You, and now I need you. Okay, I'll put those. There's the tranny. Slide up over there. It's not needed here at the moment. Looks like shock drip right there. Now let's take a peek. That can come off. How much disassembly do I need to do? That needs to come off. That's one bad thing, it is tight to this case. Another reason to use the other bolts, 16 millimeters, and just trim them down a few millimeters. They got a better head. You know, use a smaller head. So I might be trimming a bag of bolts today. I guess we'll see. These out. That one. Okay, pop this. This is a long one. It's 18 millimeter in there. Make that even worse. long-winded one. Okay, let me set you up over here so it's up out of the way. That's right, I don't have the 12 millimeters. These are RC full drive bolts here I'd like to replace with the locked up. Although I do kind of like these heads better, honestly. And they are more boltish at the end of the day. I really need to take that apart. I think I did, because I think I got to take things out. Oh, that's right, I got to take that off. Want her to come apart. She's got to come off. Okay. Alrighty then. I think this has to come off here at this point, but we're going to go ahead and take it off. Okay. I think that's it. Take that out. Should be this one. Kind of get into the right spot. Okay, now pull out these caps. All right, fall on the table. I don't care. Nice thing about the Vanquish mat is when things hit the table, they don't bounce all over the place because that carbon fiber top. Okay. Number 1. Number 2. Okay. Those can go chrome. And these I'm going to do in orange. And specifically, this Pro-Line Pearl Orange. I think that'll look pretty decent. but I'm not going to do that painting. Well, I might do it in here because I'm probably going to break out the paintbrush, but I'm not going to do it on camera. It takes a while to get everything set up. So I'll probably just stop, end this right here because I'm all tore apart, get things set up, you know, because I can't paint here, obviously. I got all this stuff. I got to set up stuff and get a little paint area set up so I can do my spraying. Leave that all black because it's all aluminum cased. And then turn around and, like say, do this in a chrome. And then so it looks, you know, like aluminum. Do this in orange so it looks like it's been powder coated. And call it done. Throw it back together, add some scale bolts. I picked up some SSD 2.5 scale bolts for these pieces. I did get those, so I should be able to put that together. But all right, I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down right here at this point. We've got what, 45 minutes ish in there. Yeah, 42:20 right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this video down, and then I'll pick up a quote-unquote part 3 and redoing a few things here in a little while. So if you would, hit that like button, hit that share, hit that subscribe, and keep your eye out. I'll be back maybe an hour or so. I'm gonna have to grab something to eat. Want to take care of a couple things real quick. This is gonna be, I'm probably gonna, if I can break it, get everything up and, you know, do them all under the airbrush, I should be able to with my paints. Get them all airbrushed and we should be good to go. And I'll be back in an hour and a half. It's 10:51, so yeah, 12:30, maybe 1 o'clock, maybe even noon. I might be able to get things done and have them set up, but I gotta let it dry. So I gotta, you know, paint it and let it dry before I can try to throw it back together. So we'll go from there, and I will talk to you guys in a while.